started, interim head coach Clint Bowen is going to make an opening statement, and then we'll take questions.
All right, obviously been an exciting couple of days. To get this thing started, there are obviously some people that are very important in providing this opportunity for me. First, I'd like to thank Chancellor Gray Little for her support. Next, I'd like to thank Dr. Zinger for having the faith and confidence in me to give me this unbelievable opportunity to be a part of this situation. Next, I'd like to thank our assistant coaches who yesterday jumped on board 100%, great attitudes, great energy. As you guys understand, it's a very tough and difficult time for those guys. This coaching football is not a fairy tale world. It's real families, it's real lives that are affected by decisions that have to be made sometimes, and they were all unbelievable yesterday, and truly appreciate that. And then next, I'd even like to thank our players who came out yesterday with unbelievable attitude, fought off any distractions, went out and had a great practice, bought in. The players were unbelievable. And then before I'd even go next, I'd like to thank Coach Weiss for everything that he has done for this program, for the hard work and the effort he's put into things, for the way Coach Weiss has helped me as mentor, advice, a guy that gave me an opportunity to come back to Kansas, and appreciate that from him and what he's done for the program as well. Then lastly, but definitely not least, I'd like to acknowledge my wife, Christy, who, from the day we met, I was a graduate assistant at Kansas, and so this is the life that we've always known. The sacrifices her and my boys have made through the years for us to maintain, being a part of this profession. The gratitude is unexplainable and very, very dear to my heart, that what she's done for me and our family. So now moving to the part of Kansas football and what we're really here for. As you guys know, KU football, the University of Kansas, has given me so much in my life personally. I've never known a day of my life that I wasn't a KU football fan. I grew up a Lawrence guy, grew up coming to KU football games. So to be standing here today is truly one of the greatest honors I've ever had in my life. I'm prepared for this job. I'm prepared to take this thing for the next 9 weeks and do the best job that I possibly can to give these players the opportunity for success that they've worked for and that what they deserve to have. It's been 24 years since I officially joined the KU family as a player. At that point in time, I have tremendous respect and admiration for the people that came here before me, the former players, respect for the traditions of Kansas, respect for the values that everyone in Kansas, this university, this football program represent. And I'm going to spend every day the next 9 weeks trying to instill into our players the values of what that means, what the people that put those banners that are in the back of this room representing bowl games, hard work, let our players know what that truly means to be a Jayhawk, to be part of the Jayhawk Nation and Jayhawk family. It's a very special thing. And if nothing else, in 9 weeks, we will have established an identity of knowing where we came from and how to act. To be a Jayhawk is a special thing. In the next 9 weeks, we're going to operate on certain core elements. Integrity. We will do things the right way the next 9 weeks. All right, with our players, as we talked yesterday, on the field, we're going to see some guys who are going to play hard, they're going to play tough, and they're going to celebrate, have some fun. We're going to have some energy with it, and we're going to play smart. All right, those are the things we're going to control every day. Off the field, as I told them yesterday, they're going to represent this university well. They're going to smile. They're going to engage people in the public, and they're going to let people get to know them and like them, because we are in the business of getting fans to come to Kansas, and that's what those guys need to understand, that we represent this university. To give them a chance, we're going to be as innovative as we can. Every day we're going to try and create an edge that gives us a chance and gives these players a chance to win. That's what this is about. We did it in our way, invigorate the KU family again. Former players, anyone that hears this, we want them back. They are welcome at our practices. They're welcome in this facility. We want to see those people. The people that help KU become what KU is in such a great place, We appreciate that, and we want to show that we appreciate it, and things are going to be open for those people. The former players mean everything to us, and the people that have paved the way. I told our guys yesterday, this building, this locker room, this everything that we have here that's so great right now, someone else sacrificed to get us here, and been a part of a lot of those people, and a lot of them came before me. We look to inspire our fans, inspire them by the way we play, by the way we represent ourselves, and go from there. As I mentioned before we open this up to questions, unbelievably honored to be standing here today. I take this very seriously. It's a dream come true for me to be standing here and do what I'm going to get the opportunity to do for the next 9 weeks. So now from this point on, any questions that we have?
Clint, you said it's not a fairy tale world coaching, but when did this thing first sink in that you get this opportunity? Obviously, yesterday was kind of a wild day, and it was pretty quick after the game ended on Saturday night. I mean, did it sink in? Has it sunk in? It must have by now.
No, it's sunk in by now. Obviously, yesterday morning when Dr. Zinger first contacted me and had a meeting with him, and he explained the situation to me, and from that day on, from that minute on, all of us, Dr. Zinger and everyone involved, we were ready to move forward and get going and get these players on board and get everything rolling again. So I don't know if it had time to sink in. It came down to this: what we have to get done, and let's go to work.
Well, congratulations, fellow Lawrence High alum. And having said that, do you feel any pressure because you're the hometown guy and maybe the expectation may be a little bit higher for you, though it's 9 weeks for now?
Honestly, I don't feel any pressure. I really don't. We have our style. Through the years, the people that have coached and I've worked for that have mentored me to be what I am. I feel like we have a way of operating that's proven successful at the University of Kansas. I've seen the blueprint before here. I've been a part of turnarounds from many other people's sacrifices, but I've been fortunate to be a part of a turnaround in the Glenn Mason era, in the Mark Mangino era. I feel like we have the stamp of how it works at Kansas, and we're going to implement that plan. And I don't feel any pressure because I believe that it works. I know it works. We'll get guys to buy in, and we'll move on. So, no, I don't feel any pressure. All I know I have to do is work hard and do it the right way, and it's going to be okay.
Clint, every head coach has a different practicing style, daily practices. Doesn't make one wrong or right, but you're a new coach, so you're going to put your daily practice. What differences would it be? Would it be more physical, less physical, more one-on-ones, less one-on-ones?
You're exactly right. There are many, many ways to do things in the football business, and not one's right, not one's wrong. And our style, yes, our style will be different. We have a philosophy of where we believe these are college kids that need developed on a daily basis. The practices need to be structured so that they're developed. You talk about, we always, in the past, the people have been around, we always talk about the part whole method, to where, you're going to do a drill that's going to focus on your run fits. Kids will focus on run fits. Next, you're going to do a 7-on-7 or something that focuses on their pass drops. Then you'll maybe do a drill that allows them to work on their blitzes and pressures. Then you'll put it all together in a team format. So yeah, we will do things in a way that I feel comfortable, that we as coaches, have talked and feel comfortable about it, to work on giving these kids the best chance to develop their fundamentals and the things that'll make them successful on game day.
Hey, Clint, what do you think that you can do over the next 8 or 9 weeks to make yourself a serious candidate, or the candidate, so there doesn't need to be a search here come December?
Honestly, that's not where my mind is. My mind right now is on 100% on giving the players in this program, especially the seniors, the guys that have been here, the guys that have worked so hard, giving them the best possible opportunity they can have for success, because they've earned it. They've earned it. We have guys that sit in this front row in team meetings that have put so much into this program and haven't had the rewards that they deserve. And for the next 9 weeks, my focus is on getting those guys the best chance for success. And at the end of this season, Dr. Zinger will make the best choice for Kansas football, complete faith that whatever he decides is going to be the best choice for Kansas football, and we're all going to be on board with that.
Could you describe the kind of relationship you have with your players?
Yeah, I believe with my players that they know they can always come and talk to me, that I'm always there for them. You know, I treat them, always try to treat them with respect. You know, there's never anything that goes beyond that. When there's mistakes made, they need to be corrected. They need to be corrected in whatever manner that takes. You know, I have no qualms. Sometimes, you know, you have to get after a guy a little bit. But at the same time, when all that's done, I think you need to go through that locker room and tell him that you love him and you appreciate him, and that it's all to make them the best player they can be. You know, I always believe, and I always tell those guys, and by the amount of them that come in my office on a day-to-day basis, that my door is always open, and I'm disappointed if you don't come see me.
How unique is this going to be for you? I mean, you obviously have to keep your coordinator duties up, and then also oversee the program, and then also trickle over to, you know, taking care of the offense a little bit. I know John's got control of that, but how thin do you think you'll spread yourself, and is that going to be a challenge?
Based on yesterday, yes, it was a challenge. It will be. You know, we'll have to obviously work as efficiently as possible. You know, lean on the other assistant coaches a little bit more, make sure we distribute things out. But you know, if it comes down to just spending more hours here, then that's what we'll do.
Tremendous advantage, your relationship with John from the past. I mean, is that serving you well right now?
It is. You know, we've had a few talks already. You know, obviously he's well aware of what he needs to do on the offensive side to get where, you know, we all want that to be. We'll continue some more talks today with it and make sure that we're giving our kids the best chance for success.
Well, and obviously it's difficult to come in mid-season. How much in your mind do you want to change, and how much can you really change or implement stuff at this point in time?
You know, obviously there's not, you know, you're at a point where the big things need to be left alone. But I think on a day-to-day basis, you know, the environment that we produce for these kids, the feel for it when, you know, you walk into a meeting room or walk onto the practice field, the small things along that, the culture that we're going to work to create in the next 9 weeks, that, you know, Dr. Zinger and I have talked and on the same page in terms of what we want Kansas football to be. You know, we have a similar mindset of what college football is supposed to be about, and that's the foundation that we're going to start trying to build for the next 9 weeks and get those things into these players. You know, like I talked about earlier, the respect for what came before them, you know, to show appreciation for the people that came before them, for the way to go out and work, the way to go represent yourself in the community, the way to practice, the way to be physical, to be tough, the core elements that we have 9 weeks to not only help these seniors get out of here with a successful season, but to also start to instill in those younger players what this program is going to be about in the future.
Coach, this has only been about 24 hours now, and as you said, yesterday was busy, but who have you heard from? In your case specifically, too, it's interesting because your family, your brother, your friends, the guys from the Mason area that are around town, they're not probably just, I mean, are they calling just to wish you success, or now that you're running their, you know, are they giving you the to get their program turned around, because they're as much invested as anybody?
Yeah, 2 parts. I do want to acknowledge some people that were dear to me that reached out. You know, first, Coach D'Antonio at Michigan State, who was my position coach here at Kansas, was gracious enough to call me last night. Him and Becky was in the background heckling me, but called just to offer support, advice, anything I need. You know, Dan McCarney at North Texas, the same thing. A guy I have much respect for. Glenn Mason reached out to me. So there are some guys in there that I have tremendous respect for that have helped me so much, you know, through the years you know, just in the coach, to navigate the coaching world, you know, and then for those guys to reach out and offer support I really appreciated that. Yeah, and then, of course, there's all the Lawrence High hecklers, you know, the local guys. But no, it was unbelievable. I got off that practice field, and I had there's well over 100 text messages from people just saying congratulations, this and that, and it truly means a lot. You know, the Jayhawk family is so awesome, has been forever, and always will be.
Along those lines, has it dawned on you that you're going to be a head coach this weekend when your high school coach goes into the Kansas Sports Hall of Fame?
You're right, that is this weekend, isn't it? Yeah, Bill Freeman. God love him. You know, obviously we know he's going through some tough times, but what a great honor, and so happy that they've acknowledged what he accomplished in the state of Kansas. His daughter Jennifer has been in contact with the Laurentine Nation, getting everyone to support that deal, and what a great man.
Clint, one of your student managers, I think that's his title, is Charlie Weiss Jr. Would he continue in that role, or would that be awkward?
At this time, we're working through a role that we'll all be comfortable with, that Junior, Charlie Jr. will be comfortable with, that'll work for him. We haven't completely 100% established what that role is yet, but he's a great young man, a hard, tireless worker, a good kid, and he's a positive for this program. And we'll have some type of role provided if he wants to be a part of that.
Fair to say that maybe a lot of coaches would take this job because it's a Big 12 job, and you can't pass those up, or knowing that it's a stepping stone to maybe another job. But I get the impression this is obviously not your case. I mean, this is the dream job for you, right? This is the place that you always wanted to end up.
It is. Anyone that would consider this a stepping stone job is an idiot. This is a destination job. I've heard people say that before, and I always defend it. I told the players last night that, let me get my years right, but about 20 years ago, one of the first dates with my wife at what used to be the ice cream shop on 23rd Street there, that I was a GA at the time and trying to impress her a little bit. And she said, what are you gonna be in life, or whatever that question is? I said, well, I'm gonna be the head football coach at Kansas. So, there's anyone that knows anything about Kansas, talking to coaches in this business, people understand that this is a sleeping giant of a program. You have an unbelievable community. You have an unbelievable university. You got all the resources available to have a successful football program, all the support from the administration. People that know football, they know that this is an unbelievable job.
Clint, your practice yesterday, was there something that encouraged you about what you saw from the players and the energy that they brought in what has been a tough situation, I guess?
It was. They were smiling. They had fun. We had energy, and we flew around that thing, and I felt like the kids were ready to move on. I loved the tempo of practice, which is something that we're going to continue. Urgency is a big word for us right now. From everything we do, we will do it with an urgent mentality, and that started yesterday. Had a few hiccups along the way, had to redo a few things to get that right, but the players, they showed up ready to go.
Hey, Clint, in general terms, how does this offense get going?
Well, we're going to work on a few things. I know Coach Reagan has some ideas about where he needs to be maybe on game day. But I think the way we will practice will help, especially with a young quarterback, allowing him to, break things down a little bit slower, the mentality that they come with that part, and making sure that he's ready to succeed. And then, hopefully just a new start, put that past where it is, and start from the day and go. But we're gonna talk about a few different deals with where John's gonna be, what our attack's gonna be, and the freedom that I'm gonna let him have freedom to do what he does.
Could he be in the press box possibly?
Possibly, yes. Very likely.
Clint, you've been an emotional guy on the sidelines as a defensive coordinator. Do you anticipate that's going to continue as a head coach?
I can't change that. I can't. Hey, this thing's, game day's too fun. Game day's too exciting. Kid makes a great play. I can't change that. If I'm not going to be a Tom Osborne standing with my arms crossed, it ain't me. It's not what I do. It's not what I want to do. One of my guys makes a play, you got to celebrate. You got to have fun. So that's, yeah. It may even get amped up more.
Are there any other questions?
Yeah, Coach, if I could just ask you, do you have an idea of the support, if there is any, from Coach Weiss, and have you spoken with him? I apologize if that's answered already.
Yeah, we've exchanged some text, and we haven't really gotten into that stuff. Obviously, it's, things happened pretty quick yesterday.
Anything else?
What was the first phone call you made yesterday once this was a reality?
First phone call was to the wife. I'm smart. I got some smarts now. Yeah, it went there first.